BBC football pundit Garth Crooks has sparked controversy with some not very flattering words spoken about Luton Town. And in this video, I'm going to look at Luton's start to the season, I'm going to look at what Garth Crooks said, and I'm going to give my own thoughts on the subject and whether or not I believe Luton Town deserve some respect for their achievements, regardless of where you think they're going to finish in the league this season. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to a video looking at Luton Town and the things Garth Crooks has had to say about them. I'm going to look at their start to the season, I'm going to go over what Crooks has said, I'm going to give my personal opinions on the matter and how I think Luton are going to perform this season. Before we get going, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to know when future videos are going to be released. All that good stuff that helps build the channel and get my videos out there to more people. And also, comment below, let me know what you think of Luton Town, their start to the season, where you think they're going to finish, and also what Garth Crooks has said. Do you think he was right in his comments, or do you think he was just a bit of a prick? Either way, let me know in the comments section. Right, let's get on with it. Whilst doing his Premier League Team of the Week this week, Garth Crooks has said that Luton Town are basically just making up the numbers in the Premier League. He can't take them seriously, and he reckons they're going to be relegated by Christmas. And I don't think that's very nice. And not a lot of people did actually, because there's been a massive social media backlash, mostly from Luton Town fans, but from other football fans in general as well, because Luton Town deserve a little bit of respect. Any team that gets promoted from the non-league to the Premier League within a decade deserves some respect. I mean, it's every football manager game player's dream, isn't it? Like, get from the non-league to the Premier League in 10 seasons. They deserve some respect. Now, fair enough, their squad isn't great. You look at their squad. I said in my Premier League predictions video before the season started that Luton Town have a championship level squad. A good championship level squad nonetheless, but championship level, and that they would struggle. I predicted them to finish bottom of the table, maybe second from bottom at best, but I didn't disrespect them. I didn't slag them off. I didn't say they were out of their... Well, I did say they were out of their depth a little bit, but I didn't say they didn't deserve to be there, because they do deserve to be there. They've got promoted out of a very, very strong and tough Championship League. The Championship is tough, and to get out of it, to be promoted to the Premier League, deserves a lot of adulation and a lot of respect. And I also said in my Premier League prediction video that I believe Luton are building for the future. And their eyes aren't necessarily on the here and now. It's in a couple of years' time, you know? They're going to take the Premier League experience, they're going to take the Premier League money, and they're going to use it to build for the future and try and establish themselves as a top flight side in years to come. And that's what I believe they're doing, and that's another reason why I believe they deserve some respect, and not the disrespect that Garth Crooks has shown them. Yeah, they started the season with a 4-1 defeat away at Brighton, their goal coming from the penalty spot, and then they got smashed 3-0 by Chelsea. In their first home league game of the season, they lost to West Ham last Friday night. And Garth Crooks has basically said that it was so one-sided and the scoreline made Luton look a little bit better than they were. But if you look at the stats, they weren't that far behind West Ham. I mean, the scoreline was 2-1. It was a late goal from Luton and Mads Andersen scored it. It may have just put a bit of a gloss on the result, made it look a little bit closer than it was or whatever, and give them a little bit of something to cheer, you know. But they had a higher XG than West Ham, and they had 16 shots on goal. I think West Ham had 9. So they created chances. They just lacked an end product. Out of those 16 shots on goal, they only managed 1 shot on target. So that's where their problem lies. They can create the chances. They need someone to finish them. They're still getting used to the Premier League. They've only played 3 games because they couldn't play their first home game of the season because their stadium weren't ready. So they're not up to speed yet. I mean, give them a few weeks at least, you know. Like give them a couple of months before you write them off completely. But also look at other teams in the Premier League. I mean, Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Everton, Wolves. These teams are just as bad as Luton Town. I mean, Everton are awful, absolutely atrocious. Sheffield United are awful. Bournemouth haven't won a game yet. Wolves, they've got 3 points on the board, but that's only because they beat an even worse Everton team. So These teams are not a million miles ahead of Luton. And I think it's very unfair of Garth Crooks to write them off so early in the season and say they're going to be relegated by Christmas. Personally, I think it shows a lack of class, and you can't really take him seriously anyway, to be fair. There's things that he said in the past that make him look like he doesn't really know what he's talking about. And this time, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Yes, like I said, Luton have got a poor squad compared to some of the teams in the Premier League, but I also said they're not a million miles away from some teams as well. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Luton beat those teams around them. Teams like Wolves and Everton and Bournemouth and Sheffield United, if they can beat those teams, maybe do the double over them, they might have a chance of surviving in the Premier League this season. It's going to be a long, tough campaign. I'm not saying there's any sort of reality where Luton go on a 5-6 match winning streak and pull themselves clear of the relegation zone. I'm not saying that. I don't think that's going to happen. What I am saying is the next few games for Luton Town are going to determine whether or not you can write them off so early in the season. And the next 3 games are against Fulham, Wolves and Everton. 2 of them are away games, but you would imagine that they're the sort of games you've got to pick points up from. I mean, if they can get 4 points or more from those 3 games, it's a positive, and you definitely can't write them off. If they ended up with 0 points from it, then fair enough. I think every single person will agree and think, right, Garth Crooks was right for a change. But if they can win one of them and get a draw, or maybe get 2 victories, then it gives a completely different outlook on their season as a whole. It gives a completely different outlook on the Premier League table, and it will lift them clear of some of the other teams that are around them. So I think it's far too early in the season to write Luton Town off at the minute. I think Garth Crooks is wrong in what he said, and I believe that they deserve a lot of respect and a lot of adulation for their achievements so far. And I think if you're a Luton fan, you can be extremely proud of your football team. And yeah, I think that they're going to have a better season than some people have predicted. Yeah, all right, I predicted they'd finish bottom, but I never said that they would finish bottom by a mile. I think it'll be close. I think there's 4 or 5 teams that are going to be there or thereabouts this season at the bottom of the table. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but it's not over yet. And I definitely don't think they'll be relegated by Christmas. I'll come back to this at Christmas if they are, by the way, and I'll apologise to Garth Crooks. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. It was just a quick video. I just wanted to do like a reaction, really, to what Garth Crooks said. Yesterday, when the news came out, I couldn't do a video. I was nowhere near my computer. So I've done it this morning, and yeah, I think he's wrong, and hopefully every other decent football fan thinks he's wrong as well. But like I said before, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. It's just something a little bit different. I'm just doing a bit of a reaction video. I'm going to try and do a few more of these actually, with news and comments and stuff that people make. I'm going to try and do a few more, like kind of a reaction video, and give my thoughts and views to it. Just add a bit more content to the channel, and just to try something new, because I'm always for trying new ideas and new types of videos, and basically just throwing everything at it and seeing what sticks. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and this will get plenty of views and plenty of likes and plenty of comments, etc. Anyway, until next time, bye bye for now.